Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm just going to do kind of like my thoughts on the D2 showcase that just happened. I was going to do like a full reaction, but there was a lot of downtime where there wasn't really much talking and I was a bit bored. So I thought I'd just do a little breakdown and show some stuff on screen. If you haven't watched it yet, there's obviously going to be spoilers. If you don't want those spoilers, don't watch. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. But I will say, this showcase has me under the mindset of maybe buying Lightfall tonight, catching up and playing the new season, and coming back for the final shape. Potentially depends whether I'm still on YouTube at that point or not, who knows. But I am, it was kind of hype. I was impressed with a few things, and let's talk about them. Firstly, I just want to say, like, the systems that are in this game and the things that they're doing, like rotator playlists for exotic missions and just all those types of like individual things, seem to be way more streamlined in the way they put it in. Even the new kind of like season path model type thing, where they're going to have, instead of 4 seasons, they're going to have 3 events. I can't remember what they called it, but then each of those events are going to have 3 acts, so every act will introduce new stuff, while, you know, the overarching story is still continuing. So you're getting more updates, more consistent, constant updates, but they also get a longer time to work on the acts that are dropping throughout the year. So I feel like it's probably a better place to go, because the seasonal model was so bad. Like, it was just literally every new season was the exact same thing with a different coat of paint. So hopefully they are really like delving into changing that and mixing it up. So I'm very excited to see what they do with that, because that was one of the reasons why I left, was the seasonal model was so bad that I just couldn't play it anymore. So let's talk about the Pale Heart. One, the big thing about the new area, the new thing that's going to be showcasing. I want to say, first and foremost, it looks goddamn beautiful and impressive. Like all those humongous statues and stuff. The one that's like looking into the cave. I feel like it's going to be one of the most pretty and beautiful places that Destiny have ever put out. And then it's obviously in the distance you have the Witness's Tower that's always there, and they kind of talk about how it's going to change constantly, like things are going to change and, you know, kind of like edit. And I'm hoping every week or every 2 weeks something changes within the area, because I think if they were to do that and make it more of a living space rather than just something that exists which looks cool, I feel like they could be onto something special. And the whole idea of the Pale Heart shaping around people's experiences and things like that would make sense, where you come in the next week and things have changed. So hopefully that is really going to be core to the game. I'm just kind of like spitballing an idea here. But yeah, I'm very excited to explore this area if I do get to the point of playing Destiny 2 again, because I think it's one of the most interesting and cool looking areas that they've ever put into Destiny. And, you know, you can say what you want about Destiny, but their world building is top tier. It's just the content within the game that isn't usually. But I'm very, very excited to see what they do with this new area, how it exists, what's going to change, how often is it going to change, and what kind of impact it's going to have on the game, I guess. Pretty cool. I'm excited. And with this idea of things being changed and shaped, it seems like it might have some impact on Cayde and bringing Cayde back into the game. Now, I just want to say, I feel like bringing Cayde back is the most important decision they'll ever make to kind of revive Destiny 2. One of the most important, best characters that's ever existed in the franchise, and being played again by Nathan Fillion, the original voice actor. I think the nostalgia is going to hit, and, you know, the comedy and levity that he brings to the role, I think it's going to make people want to play. I think there's going to be a lot of people who have left Destiny, like myself, who are going to be coming straight back just solely because Cayde was announced. But with this showcase and seeing a little bit more behind, you know, what was happening, I think it's just a very exciting decision. And I really, really hope that moving forward beyond this, Cayde still exists, because in my mind, I feel like the Pale Heart creates him, because when you go in there and you enter into there, the Pale Heart forms around your experiences, which to me tells me that Cayde might only exist within the Pale Heart. But I really hope they push forward and find a way to bring him out of the Pale Heart, where wherever they're going with this game, Cayde still is involved, because, you know, it's the most important character in the game, and losing him in this game really killed a lot of interest for a lot of people, I think. So to see, you know, Cayde returning, I just think it's an incredible decision, and I can't wait to see and hear and listen to all the voice lines and laugh at everything that he does, because just the game's just instantly better for Cayde's return. New supers. I'm a Warlock, right? Warlock at heart. I've deleted all my other characters. I've got to make some new ones actually. And the Warlock Super's bad. At least the way they described it and the way they showed it, it's just bad. It's just doing more things that you do in your... It's like Radiance. You're going to get more grenades back. You're going to get, you know, be able to do your little click melee over and over again. It's going to do more damage or have like more projectiles. And it's just not that great. Not when you look at the other two supers. I will say it's going to have its place, obviously. And having something unique in that sense to Warlocks is kind of like, oh, that's cool. But the actual super itself just doesn't look that good. I hope it plays differently. But then we look at the Titan. Titan now have a ranged kind of super, you know, like, you know, we've got our Kamehameha wave, and then the hunters have got their frozen axes that they throw in. And that's essentially what it is. It's axes that you can throw. You're going to get these axes out of nowhere, throw them across the map, and when they land, they pull all enemies in, blow up. But the unique thing about it is those axes stay in the world, and any character can run and pick them up and use it as like a relic weapon. I feel like that's kind of overpowered, but it is what it is. We'll just see what happens. It's a cool super that I think will be very useful, because, you know, some supers get involved in the game and they're just not that great. I feel like this one's going to be pretty damn cool. And as well, they're getting overpowered grenade stuff. You can take a grenade and make it into your shield and then release it and blow everyone up. I feel like Titan have got the best super in this update. Now let's talk about hunters. Basically, hunters is Naruto. Just throwing your kunai, transporting to it, and killing people. It's cool looking though, I will say that, and it's a fun, new, exciting super. However, I don't feel like it's going to be super broken or powerful or anything like that. It's just going to be a solid super that's fun to use, and just has a little bit of magic behind it, and in terms of using it, a bit of excitement, a bit of, oh, this is cool. I'm this guy. I'm teleporting across the map, and I'm blah 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 blah. And I think you can teleport more than once, but you could just fly like Minato. Is that Naruto's dad? I think it was. So pretty cool as well, I guess. But I think Titans win in terms of the supers, in my opinion. Now I don't know if I'll find the footage in the clip, but I will talk about the new exotic weapon, the fusion rifle. I think it looks pretty goddamn cool. It adapts to your subclass that you're using, so it'll have stasis attack, it'll have strand attacks as well, but also you'll be able to get your grenade and pop it into the fusion rifle and fire out one big shot. I think it might be problematic. I think it's going to be a gun that either breaks the game or is just overpowered. We'll see, but it looks cool, and a lot of the new weapon designs and stuff and everything that they're showing around this kind of stuff looks pretty damn cool. All the armors and all that just look pretty cool. Crota's return and the new stuff coming in the new season looks incredible. Proto is probably one of the most favorite raids of any for pretty much the majority of the Destiny community who started in Destiny 1. It's nostalgic. It's going to have weird kind of like new experiences with the new subclasses and stuff, because back in the day it was very much just fire a Galahorn over and over again to kill Crota, or disconnect your internet so that you could freeze him in space and then go and kill him. So I'm very excited to see what's different, what's new, how they've adapted the raid to be kind of involved in this new modern version of Destiny 2, and the raid race is going to be phenomenal. I cannot wait to see it. And then you've got the whole new deck of cards thing, where it looks like you'll be able to go in, change how the event that's about to occur will happen, and then get loads of rewards for it. So it's kind of like at least, you know, in my mind, it's kind of like that old thing. What was it now? It was on Earth, and you used to run into it and you had to crouch at the stairs to get in so you could join other people, and it was just like a horde mode room, and that's what it looks like. It just looks like a horde mode where you can change things up and do different things, and just everything about it looks pretty cool. But you know, that's going to be starting today, I think, in the new season. So pretty cool things that they've added already to kind of get you hyped up for what's coming, and you know, they're doing a pretty good job. And the last thing that I really want to talk about is like the Fireteam Finder and the Fireteam Power. I think this is a very important thing to have in Destiny, and I can't for the life of me even think about why it's not already in the game. You'd be able to have tags attached to your name, so you could say that, you know, you're not sweaty or you haven't got a lot of time, and then you can join people in based on those tags. You know, it's going to help people with accessibility. It's just going to help everyone be more aware of what's happening in game for your current event of whatever you're doing, because everyone in the fire team will be able to showcase that without even having to speak it. I'm pretty sure, I didn't see all the tags, but I'm pretty sure there's probably going to be some like, I don't have a mic, or I speak this language, and it's just going to help a lot, and I think that's really cool. And then Fireteam Power is something they've added where I don't know whether I like it or dislike it, but I think it's a good thing, because what it is like, say I join, I got 16 million power. Everyone else who joins, even if they're 1 power, will be brought up to 16 million power. So everyone's on an equal footing and everyone can enjoy the content without having to drive their power through the sky, without having to put 60 million hours into the game to catch up with other people. You can experience the new stuff. But I wonder how drops work in that, because if someone is 50 levels above me and I join, do my weapons drop a couple of levels above my power level or their power level? Because that'd be a really cheap way to get people leveled up if it was any other way. I don't know, but it's a cool addition to the game, and I think with everything that's happening and like the new missions on Rotator and how they're doing nightfalls, I think nightfalls might still be power enabled, I'm not sure. I wasn't quite listening because I got bored, like I said, but it all just looks like everything's more streamlined, more consistent, and it looks like they've actually put a real lot of thought into how the game is going to be moving forward and beyond whatever the final shape is, whatever they want to do with the game. I just think they're doing a good job, but whether they deliver or not, whether it actually translates into a playable game for most people, is yet to be seen. But I really hope that it does, because Destiny 2 deserves to be as good of a game as Destiny was, and I think they might just be getting there. Some of the old weapons coming back and being reignited too, like the Kavastov and other things. But I really hope they bring back the Icebreaker and No Lands Beyond. But that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought again down below, all that stuff. Thank you for watching. I've been easynow. You guys have been awesome.